where you'll be able to see a little better and I don't have to yell so loud. Alright, thanks for coming over. So the idea here is we're going to show you 6 very quick scenarios, starting with some very serious situations that most likely not get into. Hopefully you can avoid it at all costs. But there's a few of them that come from real scenarios that have been slightly tweaked so that they get to that next level of danger, I suppose. One story that I heard from a friend of mine who I was working with was there was a group of people, a group of guys and girls, and some of them were doing crystal meth at the time. Okay? They saw a person walking down the street and they said, hey, we should kill that person. And the only reason that they didn't go and try to do this was because a few of them hadn't actually been doing drugs at the time, and they managed to convince them it wasn't a good idea. Imagine if you were that person, and imagine if there wasn't anyone to calm them down. That would be the situation that we're going to start with today. Okay? I'm going to just sort of describe the area for you. You guys can move off. Let's say we've got a street. We're walking down the street. Rob here is going to be our victim here. Where do you want to walk from? Over here? That direction? Or this direction?
Yeah, I'll walk.
Okay, so he's walking from here, coming this direction. That's well. Good. We're gonna say this is sort of the end of the street right here. Okay? He's gonna be walking down the street. He has to get, wherever he's going. And we've got a little alleyway right about here, and where this spot is here. I'm gonna grab Understand? 2 walls there, basically. And he's got to get past. You guys ready? Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can you get over here? I locked my keys in my car. Everything's in there. My wallet, my money. I need some help. Can you help me open it?
Sorry, man. It's really late. I just gotta get home.
Are you sure? Like, it'll just take a second. Like, I just can't do it by myself. I just need a little bit of help. Like, 1 minute.
That was our first scenario. Our second scenario is 4 people with swords against 1 person without. Very realistic. All I've told you so far is we've got 4 swordsmen against our 1 Alright, so enough of that sort of fantasy. What we're going to show now, is a little more common, I suppose, is our guy with the bad day is over at the bar or somewhere. There's a lot of drunk people around, and they're angry. And essentially what's happening is he's just going to be talking to his friends, and he will be attacked out of nowhere by somebody who decided that they had a problem. Okay? That's about as far as it's going to go. Go ahead.
Hey friends, how's it going? You know, just having a good time.
You save all my shoes?
Okay, so that was a nice and quick one, right? Let's go with a similar situation, except Adrian here is just on her way, and she just wants to get home, right? Somebody here has a problem with her, and she needs to deal with that as best she can. All right? Okay.
Adrian, what's fancy back there, huh? Where are you going? I saw you last night. What were you doing with Brad? He's fine, you know? Ugly little
even
bitch.
worth my time.
Don't you walk away from me? Don't you twist it?
All right. So here's another story I have for you. Rob here was walking home late at night, probably a little after midnight. And actually, I'm sure most of you have experienced this. We were walking along, and in the distance you see one other person on the street, right? Or on the sidewalk, walking the opposite direction. It's always a little bit unnerving if it's the middle of the night and you're alone. So in this situation we've got Rob was walking along, and in the distance he sees the guy also walking, but then the guy decides to stop and stay there for a while Rob is still walking. So we're walking along, so he's walking along, and the guy's just sort of standing there, definitely had noticed him before, and now just sort of pretending not to notice him, standing by a lamppost. So as he's walking past, obviously the entire time you're thinking, hopefully nothing happens, and if you pass and nothing happens, you're kind of happy. So let's say here, something actually does happen. How can we help you? Go ahead.
Pull the knife.
Alright, so we have one more scenario for you. Now, this time it's a little bit of a different situation. One common thing in all of those was that it was pretty much, except for the one between Jane and Adrian, it was pretty much life or death situation, or very serious situation, right? This time, what we've got is a person who's got their whole group of friends behind them, and they really just want to start a fight. But you've probably seen this before. Happens in the evening fairly regularly, right? somebody just looking to start a fight, they just happen to have their entire group of friends to back them up, even though the group of friends isn't really interested. Now, if Rob deals with this person the same way he dealt with the guy who attacked him with a knife on the street, he's probably going to end up being kicked to death or seriously injured by his 5 friends that are accompanying this person. So he has to do it in such a way that he's not going to incite violence of all the friends that are nearby. Let's see how he does that.
What's your problem, bitch? Where do you think you're going, huh?
Oh, don't push me! Oh, did you guys see that?